Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Blisto and welcome to my Fury Warrior PvP / PvE guide in patch 7.0.3 I think it is, or 7.0, one of the two. So yeah, today we're going to talk about the abilities we have as a warrior in Legion, except to of course level 110 stuff. Then we are going to talk about the talents, about the priority system, and then about my rotation as a warrior. I think the best rotation is. So, by the way, look at this transmog, right? It's just a Demon Invasion Legion transmog if you haven't seen it already for plates. Alright, let's get started. So, let's go over our abilities first. This one isn't new, this one, Furious Slash. It's basically just a filler attack. It's not really good, it's not really bad. You can spec into it with talents, which makes it better. But in general, it's not really a good talent. We still have Raging Blow, Whirlwind. Whirlwind works different now though. If you Whirlwind, the next Bloodthirst or Rampage will strike up to 4 additional targets for 50% of the damage. So if you Whirlwind once and then use Bloodthirst, you strike the other ones too. So if you get to 70 rage for Rampage, yeah, 70 rage please. Okay, 70 rage we Whirlwind once, and then Rampage you hit all the targets. Boom, that's pretty cool, right? So that's Whirlwind. It's not new, but it works different now. We still have Piercing Hole, but we don't have Hamstring anymore. Execute, and we have Enraged Regeneration, which is basically you die by the sword now, you can say, but it works different. It reduces damage taken by 30%, and Bloodthirst restores an additional 20% health, usable while stunned. So, Bloodthirst normally heals 18,000. If you use Enraged Regeneration, oh yeah, always time Enraged Regeneration as good as possible. If you're using it while not stunned, always use it when Bloodthirst is off cooldown, because you can use 2 Bloodthirst if you use it when Bloodthirst is off cooldown. So if you use Enraged Regeneration, it heals 110k, which is just 1/4 of your health basically. 2 times and now it's over. The next one probably, yep, and then you heal 80k again. So it's pretty strong, right? Yeah. Okay, that's that one. This is not new, yeah, Rampage. Rampage is our rage dumper, because we don't have any other rage dumpers. We use a Rampage. It enrages you, and it unleashes a series of 5 brutal strikes over 2 seconds for a total of blah 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 X amount of physical damage. So it takes 2 seconds to do the animation of the attack. So you can't really use, like, the global cooldown is 1.5 seconds. So once you use a global cooldown, once you use Rampage, I mean, let's just check it. You see, global cooldown is over, but Rampage was almost done. It takes a little bit longer, which you can decrease with haste. So just use stack your haste up to a certain amount. I will talk about that later, and you can just use an ability directly after Rampage, without cancelling a Rampage, I think. So let's get on to the talents. At level 15 we have War Machine, Endless Rage and Fresh Meat. Endless Rage is for PvE at least just the best. This one could be good for leveling, but in PvE it's just not. Endless Rage, your auto attacks generates 30% additional rage, which is nice to when building up to your Rampage, which is 70 or 85 rage, depending on what talent you choose at level 75. Fresh Meat could be good in PvP, because it heals 40%. I mean, you get a 40% increased critical strike chance, which makes you enraged, but in PvE, no, not good. 30, you Shockwave, Stormbot and Double Time. Double Time is basically the only good one, because it gives you quite a lot of mobility in boss fights. If bosses like to jump away or whatever, you can use charge, and maybe they just want to jump away again, and you can use charge again. It just works a little bit different now too, because it also reduces the cooldown of charge by 30 seconds. It wasn't like that in Mists of Pandaria and in Wilds of Draenor. 45, you have Wrecking Ball, which is new. Your attacks have a chance to make your next Whirlwind deal 200% increased damage. Could be nice if you're fighting Trash, but in basically in boss fights, nope. Outburst could be good for PvP, because you get your Enrage, which you do more damage in, but for PvE, and I think for PvP too, Avatar is just the best. Transform into a Colossus. I think that's how you pronounce that, right? For 20 seconds, causing you to deal 20% increased damage and removing all roots and snares. So that's pretty good, I would say. It's just basically another burst cooldown, just like Battlecry. Oh, I didn't talk about Battlecry yet. It just increases your critical strike by 100% for 5 seconds, which is pretty cool with bursting. But you have to burst at the right time. You have to use this at the right time, which I will explain later on in the video. 60, we have Furious Charge, Bounding Strike, and Warpaint. Yeah, Bounding Strike or Warpaint would be the best. Furious Charge isn't really good in PvE. Might be good in PvP because your Bloodthirst heals 300% more. Maybe in Battlegrounds or something. Bounding Strike, it just reduces the cooldown of Heroically by 15 seconds and increases your run speed by 70% for 3 seconds after using Heroic Leap. This is pretty good for mobility. Warpaint could be good if you know you're gonna take a lot of AoE damage. Maybe at that big demon called Sakoon. And you take quite a lot of AoE damage if the group fucks it up. And in pugs, a lot of groups fucks it up. So Warpaint could be good. Level 75 we have Massacre, execute critical strikes, reduce the rage cost of your next rampage by 100%. This sounds really awesome, right? But it's pretty shit because it's only under 20% health. So yeah. Rotting Berserker, when you reach 100 rage, your damage is increased by 10% and your movement speed by 30% for 6 seconds. This one I tested out, it looks cooler than it is. You can get quite a bit of damage if you go to 100 rage, but it's just better to use Carnage because this one reduces the cooldown of a rampage by 15 rage. So normally rampage is 85 range and now it's 70. 85 is it's quite a lot to get and 70 isn't as much since basically our whole warrior is building around using a rampage. Level 90 with Bloodbath, not interesting. Frenzy. Furious Slash increases your haste by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3 times, so 15% increased haste. This is the Furious Slash build I was talking about earlier. It could be handy. I don't really like it. With Inner Rage you just get more rampages off, and your Raging Blow hits like a truck. It really does. It just hits so hard. It's really cool. Inner Rage Raging Blow no longer requires Enraged and deals 150% increased damage, but there's a 4.5 seconds cooldown. Raging Blow hits like a truck. It has a little cooldown, but that you can use it well by doing Bloodthirst and then Raging Blow and then Furious Slash and then Bloodthirst and etc, etc. I will talk about it later. Blade Storms work still the same, looks cool, isn't really that good I'd say, because Dragon Roar is pretty good. Reckless Abandon, it's just bad. And Dragon Roar, blah blah. It just, it's general Dragon Roar, but increases all damage you deal by 20% for 6 seconds. This is cool. This means you have a 25-second burst cooldown for your rampage. I'll talk about that once we go to the rotation. So these are the talents. You have quite a bit of variety, especially the 90 talents. You can just choose this playstyle or that playstyle. I think this one is better though. Let's go to the stat priority. So for strength, pretty obvious, right? Then we go to haste. Haste is your first priority until you get 18% haste. 18% haste is the point where rampage takes 1.5 seconds, I think, to cast basically, and so you can use another ability just right after your global cooldown. So stack your haste to 18%. Then get your critical strike up to about 30%, because after that the mastery takes over. So mine is just too low, same for the haste, but as I said, my gear is pretty shit. And then go to mastery. It increases all damage done while enraged by 32%. It's pretty good. You're not as much enraged as you used to be in Mist of Pandaria and Wilds of Draenor, so it's not as good as it used to be, but it's pretty decent still. Yeah. So as I said, just haste 18%, critical strike around 30, I guess, and then mastery. First is pretty bad, but I got a few first pieces. Yeah. So let's get on to the rotation. Your basic rotation is using Bloodthirst, using Raging Blow, fill it up with a Furious Slash, then using Bloodthirst, use Raging Blow, another filler, etc, etc, until you get 70 rage. At 70 rage you use Rampage. And then use this one. You go to this one, do this one. Oh, we got another rampage. Oh damn, we're going ham skis. This one, this one, this one, this one, and you get rampage again. So that's basically your single target rotation. Now your AoE rotation, which is quite a bit more interesting, to be honest. So we just start with Raging Blow, as I say, Whirlwind, Bloodthirst because it hits more targets, Raging Blow, Whirlwind, and then Rampage. Always use Whirlwind before using Rampage. That is really, really important. It's just so important. Always use Whirlwind before Bloodthirst, and always use Whirlwind before using Rampage. Now, off to the bursting phase. So, you pop this one before doing a boss, of course. So we're gonna do a boss. Wait with your Dranic Strength Potion, I say. Charge in, Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, 53 Rage, Dranic Strength Potion, Dragon Roar, Bloodthirst, use your burst cooldowns and go ham skis. And just right after that use one Rampage and you just go ham, basically. And then use another one. That's basically your burst thingy. So just come on like this, you know, have some fun. You see your Dragon Roars coming off cooldown soon. So now is the moment you're wanting to wait a little bit with your Rampage. Use Dragon Roar, 20% increased damage, and then use Rampage. Yeah, that's basically what you have to do. You shouldn't wait for these two to line up because they just don't line up, basically. Just use it when you're the time. But always use Battlecry when you're able to use Rampage. Never use Battlecry before you have 70 Rage. Always wait with using Rampage. That's really important, I say. So, go like this, 10 more seconds. We can throw in one more Rampage. Yeah, this one. Okay, we get 70 Rage now. So, Battlecry and then Rampage because it critical strikes. And then Raging Blow. Boom. A lot of damage. Oh, I failed. So that's basically it for warriors, for Fury warriors. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was helpful, tell me in the comments. I really want to know. I do want to get more guides out. Maybe next week I'm going to do like a Demon Hunter guide or something. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Share the video with your friends so it gets more well known. I just want to say I'm a beginning YouTuber. I'm not really a big one. I don't have a lot of subscribers. So if there's any criticism, tell me please. If my voice is too loud, if something is wrong, just tell me. I really want to get some criticism and want to get better at YouTubing because it's a hobby of mine. I just like doing YouTube. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.